Welcome to White Sands National Park.
Yeah, we're super excited to be back on the road. We kind of got stuck in Tucson for like a couple weeks waiting for a package, but we finally got it, and now we're taking on some adventures in New Mexico.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, consider doing that because it helps us out. But let's go have some fun.
Woo!
We're trying to find a place for our little sunset picnic spot, and we just were climbing that last dune, and for some reason Emily's shoes were just sliding back down.
I like finally got up somewhere and then my shoes just went like 10 feet down.
Yeah, you did good.
It was a workout.
We won't make you look too silly on the YouTube video. Don't worry. But it's crazy out here. It's probably like 50 degrees, maybe like 48 or something.
Well, it's supposed to get down to 15, so it might even be colder.
Yeah, tonight. But it's like snow out here with all the white sand and the cold fingers.
Yeah.
All right, let's set up our picnic spot.
So we found our spot to set up our little picnic blanket, and now we have a nice glass of wine to enjoy the sunset.
Yeah, it's so quiet out here.
It's very peaceful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's cold.
It's always a race against the clock to get some photos and videos at sunset, but this time it's a race against the clock, and like we can't even feel our fingers. But
is this really sand or just snow?
Yeah, it's cold out here, but it's extremely beautiful. All right, we're hiking out of here while we still have a little bit of daylight because it is cold.
It's frigid. And funny fact, we don't have heat in our van. Well, we have heat, but it doesn't go to like high. It's just like on low all the time.
The blower motor is broken.
Yeah. So.
I've been meaning to fix it, but you know, life gets in the way. But maybe we'll make some hot chocolate or something. All right, back to the van. It's 61 in here, but it feels like 75.
It really feels like a tropical place compared to outside. But it's not gonna feel like that tonight.
Yeah. So we'll get set up and then we're gonna head to our campsite. All right, we just got to the campsite. It's a really special one. Let me show you. Just kidding. It's a Walmart.
You're letting all the cold air in.
Oh no, I'm letting the cold air in. That's a classic van life special, parking in a Walmart overnight. But sometimes you gotta do it, and they let you. But we're gonna make some dinner. We're making lamb gyros. This is a delicious meal we like to make. It's just lamb with onion in the pan with salt and pepper. And then we buy this like tzatziki, basically sauce from the store. Cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, and you finish it off with a little feta cheese. And it's delicious.
A nice refreshing wake up in the Walmart parking lot. It actually wasn't too cold last night. We turned on our heater for a little bit right before going to bed. So I think it was like maybe in the 60s when we were going to bed. But made some coffee to warm myself up this morning, and we're getting back on the road to White Sands National Park.
Welcome back to the White Sands. We just wanted to get to the park and we're gonna set up and have some breakfast. But we got some new additions to the van since the last video. We added some like wallpaper to these steps here. And then also up above our cabinets down there.
And this nice cushion. Thanks, Wendy. Jake's mom made this. It is seriously professionally done. She's magical, but we used to use like a mattress topper, like an extended piece that we had left over, and basically it's squash flat. So when we worked for like more than an hour, our butts were hurting. So this is a huge upgrade.
Yeah. And what's the last thing we got?
And this nice little heater. It was like $20 from Amazon. It like definitely uses a decent amount of battery, but it's huge when we can just like turn it on for like 10 minutes because we live in a small space.
Yeah, electric's not usually the way to go for van life, but we use it just to like chase a chill off, as they say. And it works pretty good. Plus, plenty of sunlight out here, so we get a lot of solar.
All right, so we kind of just had a lazy morning, made some breakfast sandwiches and some tea, and now we are going on a little hike. There is like an actual hike, but I think we're just gonna kind of take our own path.
Yeah, it's nice in the dunes because you can kind of go wherever you want to go.
Yeah, so we'll take you along.
Emily, how do you feel about your performance out there?
I think I need a little bit of practice, but we can get there. 10.0, it's in the cards.
Well, it's been almost a decade since you've done gymnastics, so, you know, we'll give you a little slack.
Yeah. All right, so we just got back to the van after taking a nice little stroll out there along the sand dunes. We did a nice little photo shoot, and now we're gonna eat some PB&Js. I'm gonna try to wash my hair because it's been probably over a week, and then gonna get back on the road. right, so we just got to our campsite for the night. We headed up into the mountains in Lincoln National Forest. It's definitely pretty chilly. There's some snow on the ground, but we're just gonna relax for the evening, make some dinner, and
tomorrow we're heading to Carlsbad National Park.
Should be really epic.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Not the perfect van life morning. Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Yeah, it got to 28 last night. I was a little cold sleeping, but this morning I woke up to make some coffee, started the propane to heat up some water to also like heat up the van a little bit, and we're out of propane, and that's our last propane, so we have to go pick up some more. Went to go get some water out of this to use for my coffee, and the pipes are frozen right now. And last, I went to go brush my teeth, and the toothbrush, we have an electric toothbrush, is dead. So we have to like manually brush. But we're headed towards Carlsbad, and hopefully things will start looking a little better from there.
And we did manage to get some hot coffee out of it for Emily.
Yes. Score. Alright, so we got a pretty slow start, and we were still like 3 hours away from Carlsbad Caverns National Park, and we're trying to do like 2 of the like caves, which is Big Room and Natural Entrance. But as we were entering the park, we saw that the last tickets are sold at $2.15. It is $2.05.
And we're 3 minutes away, so hopefully we get in, but we may have messed this one up. We thought that we just had to make it to like the entrance booth, but we had to park. Now we're gonna go like to buy our ticket, and it's like 2:13. 2 minutes left. Hopefully we get what we're looking for. All right, that's a relief. Got a ticket. Through no advanced planning of our own, we managed to show up like 2 minutes before the cutoff.
Yeah, so I think it's like 56 degrees in there, so we're gonna grab some jackets and then head on in.
All right. So this may actually work out in our favor, since we might be the last people to enter the cave today. So we won't have anyone like behind us, which is always nice, because then you don't feel rushed or anything.
Yeah.
So this is the Bat Flight Amphitheater. And in the summertime, they have like everyone sit out here, and all the bats fly out of the cave, and you get to watch them, but not this time of year. Pretty dark in here, so maybe some of the footage won't turn out well, but we'll show you a lot of pictures.
It's really cool in here.
Yeah, and Emily was just saying it's kind of cool when like one of us plans a part of our trip. So I didn't really know much about this place, and now that I'm in here, I'm like, oh my goodness, it is so large. And I had no idea. Yeah, but we'll try to capture some of that and show it to you guys. So we just finished the tour, and it's pretty awesome because instead of having to hike back out, there's like an elevator that takes you to the top. But we just got here, and it's kind of a ghost town. There's nobody else around. Everything is shut down.
The elevators are boarded up.
I thought we were gonna be trapped down here forever. This elevator is 75 stories. I think that might be the tallest elevator I've ever been on. Look, it's counting down the feet. We started at 750 or something.
Well, that was freaking epic.
Yeah, I was blown away. Like, I thought it was gonna be like one little tourist trap cave where everyone's kind of crammed together trying to shoot the same photo, but it's like an infinite labyrinth down there.
Yeah, and we pretty much like had our own personal space like the whole time. There was like a couple like groups, like couples like in front of us, but other than that, like it was great.
Yeah.
Highly suggested.
Yeah, I was like a kid in a candy shop, stopping to take pictures every like 2 seconds. Oh, this could be cool. Oh no, this is cool.
It literally was like every 10 feet, like Jake, stop to take another photo.
And having an elevator back to the top, that's like your dream. Every time you climb a mountain, you're like, all right, where's the zip line to take me to the bottom? So that was really cool.
Yeah, but
I'm a big fan of this place.
so you know the drill. We're gonna go find a campsite for the night, and then we are heading to Guadalupe Mountains National Park, which is in Texas. Good morning, everyone. We just got to the Guadalupe Mountain National Park trailhead. We are going to whip up some breakfast sandwiches real quick before heading out, and then
We're hiking Hunter Peak and the Bowl, as it's called. It's pretty sweet.
it's gonna be challenging though. It's like 3,000 birds, so
Yeah.
we need a good workout. We've been pretty sedentary for a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel good.
All right, usually we have barely a handful of trail mix before we hit the trail, so that was a nice treat today.
I think we might get an award for the slowest, like, getter rudders.
Get her readiers. Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock. We woke up at 7. But we're doing it. Let's go. All right, we finally made it to the top of Bear Canyon.
And luckily, there's solitude on this hike, and we haven't run into anybody. Winter is great.
Yeah, so the most popular hike here is probably Guadalupe Peak, which is the highest point in all of Texas. So we were tempted to do that, but we thought maybe of all the hikes here, it would be the most crowded one. But this one has good views of the peak, which we'll get to in a little bit. And yeah, like Emily said, there's like nobody, we haven't seen a single person on the trail yet. Perfect for COVID life. Didn't think we'd come all the way up here and forget to bring some beers. see the parking lot down there, actually see where the van is. And this is what I was talking about yesterday when you're like, it'd be really nice if there was just an elevator that took you right back to the parking lot.
It'd be real nice.
But instead we have to hike down and our knees are gonna be totally destroyed. But the views up here are incredible.
Whew, this hike is a real knee buster on the way down. We should probably invest in some hiking poles so that we still have knees left to hike when we're older, but we'll get there one day. All right, so we're almost back to the car. That was a really cool hike. Never even heard of Guadalupe Mountain National Park till I started planning this trip.
Yeah,
So-
some of these areas are very not well known, at least to where we're from.
But I am going to write like guides for everything we did along this road trip. If you're interested in actually visiting yourself, and it'll be like way more in depth.
Yeah, check that out on the blog, tworoamingsouls.com.
.com.
But we had a good time bringing you along on some adventures, and after this we are going to Big Bend National Park, which we've heard really amazing things about.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for our next video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. I mean, you made it to the end of the video, you might as well subscribe. But thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.